Hello everyone, welcome to IP Study Video Lectures. Today we will discuss grade 7 chapter Acids, Base and Salts. In this chapter, we will cover the topics such as acids, acid rain, bases, test for acids and bases, and neutralization reaction. So, we use a large number of substances in our daily life such as lemon, tamarind, common salt, sugar, vinegar, etc. These substances have different taste and different textures. How can you identify that? If you taste these things, you will find some may taste sweet, some may taste sour, some may taste bitter or salty. These are the basic four tastes that we observe to differentiate substances based on the taste. These substances taste different because of the presence of some elements which are different in each of them. These food items have certain chemical substances that make their taste, which could be because of the acid, base or salt. So we will study about these substances called acid, base or salt in this chapter. Let's study the acids in detail. We have different types of acids in the daily life which are used in different purposes. Anything that is taste sour is acid. So any fruit that tastes sour on eating it, it is because of the acid present in it. The food items like vinegar, lemon, tamarind, tomato, curd, these all are slightly sour in taste because of the presence of acid in them. The term acid has been derived from a Latin word called acre, which means sour. Acids are found in many substances and these are classified as organic and inorganic. So what are organic acids? Acids which are naturally present in the nature, which are present in different food items, which are present in the parts of plants. These are all organic acids. Whenever an ant bites you, you feel itchy on the skin. That itchiness is because of the formic acid present in the ant bite. So, here we can say that any acid which is present in any animal body or plant body which are natural bodies, it is called organic acid. Acids which are obtained from minerals are called inorganic acid or mineral acids. What are these minerals? Minerals are the materials found in nature in forms of in different rocks and soils also, and in many other compounds in the nature. These acids are derived from non-living matter. So we can say mineral acids are produced from the non-living materials, whether organic acids are formed from or obtained from living beings. Some common inorganic acids are sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, phosphoric and boric acid. Mineral acids are strong acids. These are more corrosive than organic acids. These can harm us and these are mainly used in different industries. These acids are extremely corrosive in nature. These can harm skin, clothes, metals and other substances. So here we can say if we compare organic and inorganic acids are obtained from living bodies like plants and animals, and inorganic acids are obtained from non-living materials. Organic acids are less corrosive, but inorganic acids are most corrosive acids. These acids, whether it is organic or inorganic, can be prepared in different concentrations. Accordingly, we classify them as dilute or concentrated acids. Depending on the amount of water in the acids can be either classified as dilute or concentrated. If the amount of water is more in an acid, it is called dilute acid. And if the amount of water is less in an acid, then it is called concentrated acid. So acids are made in a laboratory by dissolving a gas in water. If the gas is dissolved in small quantity of water, concentrated acid is formed. If a gas can dissolve in the very small amount of water, and in this case we can say the acid which is produced here is called concentrated acid. If the gas is dissolved in a large quantity of water, we can say a dilute acid is formed. So the same acid can be produced as dilute or concentrated. So it should be remembered that to make a dilute acid, water is not added to acid, rather acid is added to water. If water is added to acid, more heat will be generated and it may cause accident. Another classification is based on the strength of the acid, strong or weak acid. Mostly organic acids are considered weak acids. As I discussed earlier that these are less corrosive, but the mineral acids are more corrosive. So here we can say these are strong acids. Strong acids are extremely corrosive and they can burn skin, dissolve substances. Sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, which are example of mineral acids as well. These are strong acids. Organic acids such as acetic, citric, oxalic, tartaric, these are weak acid. So what we can conclude here, that organic acids are weak acids but mineral acids are strong acids. What are the different properties of acids? How we differentiate it from the other substances? Acids are sour in taste and it is one of the main characteristics of acid. So if we revise it, that what are the different sources of acid in the nature? Most of the sour products like curd, sour milk, different sour fruits, these all taste sour and these contains acids. Acids are soluble in nature. That's why we can produce concentrated or dilute acids. Acids are corrosive in nature and can easily destroy cloth, wood, plastic, paper, etc. So here we can conclude that we need to be very careful while handling acid because these can harm you. So here we will discuss uses of different acids in our life. Different acids have different uses. Some of the acids and their uses are listed here. First is hydrochloric acid. Very commonly used acid in our life. It is used for processing leather, means to clean the leather so that we can make different accessories, different objects from the leather. Manufacturing glue, household cleaning and purifying of salt. So salt is purified, it is refined using acids. It is also present in stomach. We eat food which is digested in our stomach with the help of acid called hydrochloric acid. Our stomach releases hydrochloric acid into the food and it helps it to break down. It kills bacteria in the food also and initiate the digestion process here. Hydrochloric acid can be added to another acid called nitric acid to form a solution called aqua regia. In aqua regia, 3:1 ratio of these two acids are taken. Means 3 part hydrochloric and 1 part nitric acid is added to make a mixture called aqua regia. This mixture can be used to dissolve metals. Which are these metals? Such as gold and platinum. Another example of acid is sulfuric acid, which is also known as the king of acid because it is the most corrosive acid. It is used in batteries of vehicle. Also, it is used in the batteries to produce electricity. For example, the batteries which are used in inverters. And it is used to produce plastic, paints, medicines, artificial silk, etc. Acid is also used in fabric industry where natural fabric is processed using acids to produce a type of artificial fabric. So it is also used in processing of paper, leather, textile, manufacturing in petroleum refining and in the manufacturing of many other chemicals used in our lives. Another important acid is nitric acid that we already has discussed. One of its use is to form aqua regia. It is used in laboratories as a reagent to extract metals. Reagent is another chemical substance which is used in various to start various chemical reactions. So it is used to extract metals from impure form. What are the impure form of metals? Metals are found in rocks, and that impure form of the metal is called ore. So from the ore we extract pure metal using nitric acid. To purify gold, silver in manufacturing fertilizers, explosives and aqua regia. Another important acid which we use in our life is phosphoric acid. It is used in foods like jams, soft drinks. It is also used in detergents, types of medicines, toothpaste, soap and fertilizers. So here we can see many inorganic acids have very important role in our life, but acids are corrosive in nature, so these can be harmful also. One of the very impact in our surrounding can be seen as acid rain. So rain becomes acidic because of carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide. These gases are air pollutants and dissolve with the raindrops and forms carbonic acid when combines with carbon dioxide, nitric acid when combines with nitrogen oxide, sulfuric acid when combines with sulfur dioxide respectively. So acid rain thus form is very harmful as it destroys living beings, living organisms as well as different materials, different monuments in the surroundings. It also destroys aquatic life. When this acid rain adds up into water bodies, it changes the pH of water in the aquatic bodies, or we can say it changes the quality or nature of the water here. So what happens when acid rain is added to water bodies or the soil? The organisms living in the soil and water bodies are unable to survive there. So acid rain destroys aquatic life, soil, forest, crops, etc. Acid rain react with the marble, which is a compound of calcium carbonate, slowly corrodes it. That is why the Taj Mahal has been corroded over the years. So what was the case here? That Taj Mahal was surrounded by many industries which were releasing these pollutants into the atmosphere. As it is placed in Agra, so Agra is a tourist place because of many monuments there. So more tourists introduces more traffic, more vehicles to the city, which also runs on fossil fuels, the petroleum products, and releasing pollutants into the atmosphere. So because of these many reasons, air becomes polluted, and when it mixes with rainwater, it causes acid rain, leading to the corrosion of marble of Taj Mahal. Another group of material which we use in daily life is bases. Substances which are bitter in taste and feels soapy on touch are called bases. Most of the bleaches, most of the soaps, toothpaste and cleaning agents contains bases because of the soapy texture and ability to clean the greasy substances. Some common bases are baking soda, caustic soda, which is mainly used in detergents and soaps, slaked lime, which is used in fields, crop fields, milk of magnesia, it is also used for treating acidity, and washing soda used for making cleaning agents. A base is used to counterbalance the effect of an acid. What is counterbalance? Means to neutralize the effect of acid. What are the types of bases? As already we have discussed the types of acid like strong and weak, concentrated and dilute, and organic and inorganic. Here we have classification of bases also based on their strength. Bases are classified as strong and weak bases. The corrosive bases are strong bases, which can cause irritation or burn on the skin. For example, caustic soda or sodium hydroxide, caustic potash or potassium hydroxide. The base of sodium is called caustic soda. The base of potassium here is called caustic potash. Calcium hydroxide is also another base. Ammonium hydroxide, copper hydroxide, zinc hydroxide. These are weak bases. So if you notice, what is common here among all these names of bases? What is common? We can see hydroxide. Hydroxide ion is the component of any base, which is represented as OH minus ion. Okay, so what is there in acids? Acids have H plus ion. So all these have H. Here we have H. So this H plus ion is present in all acids, but in bases we have OH minus ion, which is also known as hydroxide ion. What are the properties of bases? Bases are bitter in taste, but if you recall the properties of acids, acids are sour in taste. Bases are slippery or soapy on touch. If you check all toothpaste or cleaning agents like surface cleaning substances like Colin we use in daily life, and we use window cleaners, and we use different types of soaps and detergents, these all are soapy in texture. And bases react with acid to form salt and water. So as I discussed earlier, that acid reacts with bases to neutralize the effect of each other. This is called neutralization. What are the uses of these bases in our daily life? Different bases have different uses. Some bases are listed here based on their uses. Very commonly used base is sodium carbonate or washing soda. It is used to clean clothes and utensils. So any detergent that you are using at home, any cleaning agent used for utensils and clothes contains base in it, and commonly used base in these cleaning agent is sodium carbonate. Sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is edible base. It is used in bakery and in baking processes in bakery industries for making cakes and breads. It is also used in fire extinguishers. Why it is used there? If you notice, a carbonate is present there. So carbonate releases carbon dioxide gas when react with any other substance, and carbon dioxide gas is an extinguisher gas. It do not support burning process or combustion process. So that's why sodium bicarbonate is helpful to make sodium bicarbonate fire extinguishers, which reacts with an acid present in the extinguisher and releases carbon dioxide when we use it to put off fire. It can neutralize the effect of formic acid injected in our body. Whenever any ant bites you, it injects formic acid into the body. That makes that itchy sensation. So if you apply the paste of sodium bicarbonate on that itchy area, you will feel the relief on that, because the formic acid is neutralized by sodium bicarbonate. So here we can see it is one of the example of neutralization reaction. As we know that acids and bases can be corrosive, these can harm us. We cannot rely on the test of taste or touch for identifying acid and bases every time. So what we can use here, we can use indicator substances. What are these indicators? Indicator is a substance which differentiates an acid from base by changing its color. So we have learned that acid and bases are sour and bitter respectively, but this method of identifying is not always safe or correct. Many acids and bases are useful to us if we consume them. They may be harmful, and sometimes it can be poisonous also. So there need to be a different method of classifying without harming us. After experiments of various acids and bases, some objects were found to give the same result with all the acids and different results with all the bases. Means these are the substances which give similar results with acid and some different results with bases. So indicators are used to test whether a substance is acid or base. Some commonly used indicators are litmus, a natural indicator, turmeric, China rose. These are all natural indicators. But methyl orange and phenolphthalein are synthetic indicators, means these are made in laboratories. What happens when acid and base reacts? We have discussed that they react and they neutralize each other's effect as a result of neutralization reaction. And it's a chemical reaction. After this reaction, we have products such as salt and water. Let's discuss neutralization reaction in detail and how it is helpful in our day-to-day life. So, neutralization reaction is the reaction where an acid completely reacts with a base to form salt and water. So, it's a chemical reaction. In this reaction, we can say acids and base are reagents and salt and water are products of the reaction. And this process of neutralizing the effect of acid by a base completely is called neutralization reaction. This reaction is very helpful to form different types of salt. Neutralization reaction is very helpful in the daily life. For example, in digestion process. Our stomach releases hydrochloric acid into this, which start the digestion process, also kills the germs present in the food. So, however, if there is too much acid in our stomach, it produces a burning sensation. So, though the hydrochloric acid is helpful and it is strong acid which can harm the stomach if it is, or the digestive system if it is releasing too much amount. So, how this amount is like controlled, or how the harmful effect of acid is neutralized there? We can do this by having antacid in case of acidity. Otherwise, our stomach walls are producing mucus to prevent any damage due to this hydrochloric acid. If it is still increased, it causes the burning sensation in the food pipe or in the stomach. That can be neutralized by adding a antacid, which is milk of magnesia here. And when we consume milk of magnesia, the increased acidity is subsided and we feel the relief. Another use of neutralization reaction is to check the fertility of soil. The soil can be too much acidic or too much basic. Every crop do not grow in the same kind of soil. Some crops grow in the acidic soil, but the others crop grow in basic soil. So, if we want to grow a crop which grows well in the acidic soil, we need to make sure that the pH of the soil is correct. If the soil is basic, that crop will not grow properly. So, to get the better result, we need to change the pH or the quality of the soil towards the acidic nature. So, if the soil gets too acidic or too basic, it can add a base. We can add the basic substance called slaked lime or an acidic substance like manure to the soil. So, if the soil is acidic, we need to neutralize that. We will add a basic substance. Commonly used basic substance to treat the soil is slaked lime. And if the soil is too much basic, we need to add manure, because manure is a biodegradable substance, and bacteria and tiny organisms present in the manure releases organic acids into the soil by changing its nature. So, if the soil is basic, adding manure can change its property towards the acidic nature. So, in this way, acidic or basic nature of the soil is neutralized. What happens when different chemical substances are produced and used in industries? The waste is produced there, which can be acidic or basic. If this waste is added to or released to any nearby land, to the soil or to water bodies, it can change the quality of soil and water. So to avoid that condition, we need to change the basic nature or extremely acidic nature of the waste by neutralization reaction. So how do we do that? The waste from the factories include harmful chemicals. Some chemicals may be acidic in nature. If these waste is disposed of in water bodies, it will harm or destroy the aquatic life. Also, if it released in the soil, it will destroy the biota, or it will destroy the organisms living in the soil. So waste from the industries are treated with bases to neutralize the effect of acids in it. The case of ant bite: when an ant bites, it injects the acid called formic acid into the skin, which causes irritation and itchiness into the skin. So if we apply a basic substance, for example calamine lotion, which has the base in it, or we can make a paste of baking soda and apply on the itchy part. So that's how different acids and bases are used in our daily life based on the neutralization properties of them, by which result into the neutralization reactions when these are interacting together and help us to live successfully. Thank you.